Marine parks are special places. Without them, we would lose some of the oldest marine resources and life on the planet. Our mission was to experience one of Mexico's most positive conservation stories. Sylvia Earle spoke of this place and all of its sea life over 50 years ago. Jacques Cousteau called this place the aquarium of the world.
In 1995, Cabo Pulmo was declared a marine protected area, and overfishing came to an end. In 14 years' time, the biomass of the sea life increased over 400%, and now the fish are abundant, creating a surplus of fish in adjacent fishing areas. The sea life is said to be swarming with diversity, and accounts for a large percentage of marine mammals on this planet. The reef here is over 20,000 years old, and one of the oldest reefs west of the North American continent. We saw both Mexico Pelagico and Mission Blue on Netflix. It was amazing to see how a passionate group of scientists, divers, and government helped revive this ecosystem. The dirt roads required a 4x4 down to the park. It's a rugged terrain littered in cactus and desert wildlife.
The park is isolated with pristine coastal water and almost zero noise or boat pollution. The village is literally off the Mexico power grid and is run by solar energy with a focus on eco-friendly accommodations and wildlife. Seasonally dependent, the cool waters of Cabo Pulmo are temperamental in June and July when we arrived, but diving conditions are superb October through November. We are hoping to see sharks in the park, which would be a great indicator the marine life population is thriving. Diving with bull sharks is not something that you should ever do without an experienced dive guide. Here in the park, they are known to frequent a wreck on the seafloor. The best way to test the science is to put emotions aside and dive in with these sharks.
We descended in a cluster, stayed close together and fell in line behind our dive guide. We kept a tight formation and navigated through the scattered wreck. Within a few minutes of reaching the bottom, Pilu signaled for a shark. We followed the procedures given when encountering bull sharks. Since this was our first time, we wanted to make sure we were conservative with our movement on the bottom.
The myth of bright colors attracting sharks was debunked. The bull sharks had their fins in a relaxed position and were not aggressive.
The large menacing looking sharks would come close to us out of curiosity, but we never felt in danger. When making eye contact with them, they would turn sharply away, but it was truly a great feeling to see them in their natural environment without the use of food to draw them in.
The size of the shark was incredible. They have a high level of testosterone and a broad shape. Reported attacks are normally just a case of mistaken identity in murky conditions, or just natural prehistoric triggers to stirring sea life.
Pilu loves the ocean and was a very motivated guide. She reacted to the sea creatures as if it were her first time. Her energy was really contagious. In between dives, we were on the lookout for schooling mobula rays.
The rays appeared in large schools that would stretch to the sea floor. Occasionally, a cow-nosed ray would discolor the school and swim through.
As soon as we dropped in ahead of this giant bait ball, we were instantly immersed in a sea of Jack Crevalle. The amounts of fish that surround you in Cabo Pulmo is unlike any experience I've ever had. This place is truly inspiring and gives me hope that one day all countries will establish marine protected areas.
I think in 2 dives, we saw enough to not do any more diving. Sharks.
Like every trip, it was time for our last sunset. It started as a bachelor party with close friends, then a desert adventure through Cabo with my buddies. The sun went down over the Baja Mountains and we took the Jeeps out one more night next to the Sea of Cortez. The explosive life and biodiversity in this marine environment will definitely keep me coming back for more. This truly is the aquarium of the world.